So I guess how are you guys kind of just holding up? Obviously, you guys came back to all the news in the area. You know, I imagine checking your phones constantly when you guys were on the road. What have I guess been your feelings as you guys kind of settled back in?
Yeah, it's definitely a devastating situation happening right now. Unfortunate situation with the fire going on. We're trying our best to stay focused and try to win these games, but it's kind of hard when you come back to your home and a lot of it's gone to natural disaster. But we're trying to stick together and just keep on pushing forward.
Coach, obviously, a week or so ago, had some kind of critical comments about the guys on the team. How do you feel like you guys have responded to that? You feel like you guys have kind of taken stock of yourselves, what you need to do better to help the team? How do you feel like you guys have kind of responded to that? And have you kind of like assessed what you can do better?
Definitely, I think there's a slight change in our our attitude and how we go about things, but I still think there's still a ways to go to get back to how we were at the beginning of the season, and I just still think we got to lock in. Just got to stay focused for a full 40 minutes, and I think everything will fall into place. But until we do that, it'll be hard to win games in the Big Ten.
Seems like defense is the one thing that you guys have kind of gotten away from recently. What are you seeing there? What needs to change to kind of get back on track?
Like I said, just getting back to how we won these big games earlier in the season. Just doing what we do, ball pressure. I feel like we haven't been, getting up in people like we have been. We haven't been getting as many deflections, forcing as many turnovers. So we got to get back to, how we started the season off and, get back to playing that brand of basketball.
Obviously, having so many transfers coming in, so many new guys, big question was, how's leadership going to develop? How do you kind of see that so far with like on-court player leadership? Who's kind of emerging as the guys who are maybe more vocal or that sort of thing,
Definitely.
especially during this losing streak?
Yeah, definitely. It's not a situation that any team wants to be in, but we got guys in there that all want to win. So we're all competitive. We all want to win. And somebody that I know that's been speaking up, other than myself, has been Eric Daly, and just seeing his competitiveness come out in in a situation like this, it just shows you how much he wants to win, how bad he wants it, and I want the same.
Looking at kind of the advanced stats for defense, especially, one of the big issues so far is just fouling. Now, some of that's the whistle, and you can't always control that. But how do you guys improve in that aspect of making sure you're not fouling, and making sure you're not taking fouls, in situations where you shouldn't be?
Just staying disciplined, just staying solid. We gotta trust our defense, trust our help side. I feel like we put ourselves in a lot of situations where we either get the chance for the refs to call something, or it's obviously a foul, and we just gotta stop giving those opportunities to teams away, because that's how we're losing a lot of these games, is giving away free throws.
Before the season, Coach kind of projected that you'd be one of the best defenders in the conference. How do you feel like you're doing in terms of that, in terms of achieving that goal?
Definitely, I think I need to improve a whole lot on the defensive end, because, again, we're letting up way too many points to these teams, and it's just not our brand of basketball. So I got to be able to step up as a leader on the defensive end first. Be able to stop the ball, stop the other team from putting the ball in the hoop.
You guys have seen how hard it is to win on the road in the Big Ten. 5 of your next 7 are at home. How much do you guys need to make Pauley a place where it's really hard to come in and get a win?
Yeah, we got to take advantage of those games, because this is our home court. We got to protect it, and our last game on home court didn't go our way, and we got to have a chip on our shoulder coming into the next game, to protect our home court.
Were there any things in practice, over the past week that kind of foreshadowed some of these struggles you guys have kind of been going through?
I'd say the big thing is just communication. I think we get a lot better at talking to each other on the court. We're all cool with each other off the court, but I think it's got to be more important to be closer on the court. So I just think communicating with each other a whole lot more.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's going on?
How's your family's home? Everything all right with the fire? Or?
Yeah, they're all doing good. My mom and pops, they're all in Nashville, so yeah. I haven't heard of any friends or family that have been affected out here, so I've been grateful for that for sure.
How's your, you obviously took some hits to the shoulder in Nebraska. How are you hanging in there with that? Is it still an issue?
Yeah, there's still some pain, but it's definitely getting a lot better. It was just a deep bone contusion, and then like a minor AC sprain. So, but it's getting a lot better for sure.
Was one of those on the Burkay when Burkay kind of pulled you down?
Yeah, that's what started it, and it was already super beat up from that. And then I took a second screen in the second half, and then I fell on it after that. So it was just a combination of all three of those things.
How does that affect your game? Is it everything basically, shooting? I mean, every time you move? Or...
Yeah, no, it's definitely been uncomfortable, but once adrenaline kicks in, it kind of loosens up a little bit. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of rehab with T-Lesh and stuff, so we've been getting to it.
You talked about how this team, there's great camaraderie. How have you guys kind of assessed the situation? Coach made some critical comments, a week or so ago about you guys. How are you guys kind of taking that? Have you guys kind of talked about it, taking stock of what you need to do better and kind of pull together?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing, like, we know we got to do it. We just got to go do it. And also, like, we just been trying to keep an emphasis that we got to stay together no matter what. Because we were just on the other side of this last year. And we know we were winning a lot of games. We were feeling good. So we know we can do that because we've already done it. So we just got to get back on track.
How do you think the lineup with bigger 2 and 3 with Lazar and Kobe both starting as well? How do you think that worked out?
I think it was pretty good. To mix it up a little bit. I mean, our whole team, you can really start like 8 of us. So, like, that's what the thing about us. We're super versatile, and depending on matchups, depending on how the game is going, then yeah. But I think it was pretty good.
Kobe said that there's been, maybe a lack of communication in practice. Where are you seeing that?
It's really just like on defense, not talking switches, not calling out screens, just like easy stuff like that. So we got to bring like he said, like we're super close off the court. We're always talking off the court, but that's got to carry back over to on the court.
Is that a lack of, guys who are just not used to being vocal, or what do you think it is?
No, it definitely could be from that. Dudes not used to being vocal. Maybe the game is happening super fast. I don't got time to talk it real quick. But yeah, we just got something that we got to keep harping on.
After the Rutgers game, Coach called out like the defense as one of the issues. You guys were, I think, 4th in defensive rating after the Gonzaga game, but you guys have dropped down to like 12th or 13th. What do you kind of think, as one of the defensive leaders on this team when he calls out the defense?
Yeah, it's really, we're not playing hard enough for sure. And also, I think we're not playing smart. Like, there's been times where I'm pressuring a guy who's not a shooter, and he's known as a driver, and then I let him drive right by me. Like, as a defender, I gotta know to give him a little more space if he's a super fast dude. So I think it's just a combination of those two things.
Mm-hmm. And early in the season, I think there was one game where you led the team with like 16 deflections. Do you feel like the deflections might have been taking a step back recently?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we haven't reached 40 deflections in a few games now, so we definitely got to get back on that. Every game we got at least 40 deflections, we won. So, I mean, it's simple math.
Your coaches, back when conference play first started, you mentioned how the defense is going to have to create some easy opportunities for offense, especially as you guys play some teams that you're a little bit more familiar with. I guess when that's not happening, what's the key to being more efficient on offense?
Really just getting the best shots we can, and we're kind of in a shooting slump right now. Gonzaga, I think we hit like 12 threes or something like that. Against Oregon, we hit a lot of threes. Right now, we're definitely in a 3-point shooting slump, so hitting some threes would definitely help. But yeah, definitely turning defense into offense. I think our transition game can be a lot better, and yeah. So like coach tells us all the time that our defense starts the offense. So the more possessions you have, the more times you get to score.
As you get deeper into conference play and scouting reports get better and better against you guys, have you noticed Wakings are defending you, and maybe Wakings are defending Tyler especially, has gotten different, and you guys need to adjust from that?
Yeah, for sure. The Big Ten is a physical league. I played in a few games my freshman year in the Big Ten, and yeah, it's super physical. And the coaching is like some of the best coaching you'll ever see. You got some legendary coaches in this league. So, I mean, the scouting is super on point. And yeah, you really got to grind and find ways to get to your spots and try to get some easy looks because you're not going to get many in the Big Ten.
All right. Thank you,
you.
Skyy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.